that's been my big thing lately. Cause doing it for me, I'm not doing it for my mom. I'm not doing it for my granny. I'm not doing it for nobody but me. Cause at the end of the day, I'm the one that's gonna get that paycheck. I'm the one that's gonna suffer if I don't get this degree. I'm the one that's gonna be stuck here if I don't get this degree. So how about we just refocus everything right now? Cause this is not about anybody else but me. And I think that's where people be real messed up on, because people have a tendency of calling yourself selfish. I don't want to be selfish.
You gotta be selfish.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be selfish. You have to take the time out and say, no, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to take the time and just do it for me. And that's what I've been real big on.
Right.
Just doing it for me, not nobody else, not work. That's why I quit my job. Honestly, how crazy it seemed, I quit my job for me. For my mental health. I quit my job for my mental health, just to focus on just my school, not trying to worry about juggling school, work, going to work at 10 a.m. when I got class. I just got out of class at 9:50. Like, it's just too much. Just saying, okay, Diamond, give yourself this break. And I think that's really big, and that's what everybody needs to do, especially just to get yourself to the next level. Just worry about yourself. Sometimes it's all about that self.
Yes, sir. We here, man. Welcome to another episode of Success is Us. This channel is all about providing knowledge, motivation, and inspiration so that we can all become successful. And today I have with me Diamond Walker, a student at the U of I, a future lawyer, and political science major. You can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, my name is Diamond Walker. I come from Champaign. I go to the U of I. I'm a major in political science. Right now I minor in African American studies. I'm thinking about changing my major a little bit. On the side, I cook. I do hair, makeup, and yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
Yeah. How this semester been for you?
This semester. It's been hard, especially with the online. It's a whole nother different world. It's going a lot better than last semester. Last semester was my hardest semester. Just transitioning from being on campus, living that college life.
For every student.
Yeah, living that college life, just
on your own.
Yeah,
and
just being exhaled from my whole social life has been really challenging for me. But I'm working on it, and this semester, I would say school-wise, I have a heavy ass load. It's real heavy. I'm taking 17 credit hours.
So how many classes is
that? That is 6.
Couldn't be me though.
Yes. I'm almost done now. One more month. We almost
month?
there, yeah. But I just started like 3 classes, 8-week classes.
Yeah. And what year you graduating?
I'm graduating 2023.
Okay. And then you plan on going to law school?
Yes, sir. That is in the plans. 2 years to go. I haven't really started looking into law schools yet, just because I'm still, with the pandemic, everything has just been jumbled up. It's almost like people losing sense of like what they want to do and why they want to do it. So I'm just trying to find that in myself right now, and finding out what route and what journey I want to take to get to what law school I want to go to, because I'm not going to go to law school at the U of I.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, do they have one there?
Yeah, yes, they do. Program? Yes, it's an amazing program. It's hard as hell to get into. But I'm not even going to apply.
Why you want to go there?
Because, it was a big thing when I picked to go to the U of I, just for my bachelor's. Yeah. Just stay at home. And honestly, after I did it, I knew I made the best decision for myself. And I've been trusting the process. But, I still got that urge just to leave Champaign. And, I've been traveling a lot. And that's been really, opening my eyes to, different neighborhoods, different cities.
Where you travel to?
I've been, within the last 6 months, I've been to Florida, Atlanta, Wisconsin.
Corona just ain't even.
Corona, I haven't caught Corona yet, though. So, thankfully, and I'm finna get my vaccine. Okay. So, that's hopefully not a problem for me.
Yeah.
But me traveling has definitely opened. I just want to move around, but I'm trusting the process, and when people ask me, okay, do you regret picking the U of I out of all them colleges? No, I don't, because it was honestly the best decision I made, just because it was the corona.
You would have wasted your time going out there.
Everybody went across the country and came right back.
That's crazy.
And I'm living the life I'm still living. I'm still my professors. I can still go see them. I can still doing everything. And the U of I is it gives you so many resources. So many, like, I really wanted to go to HBCU. I'm sorry. My whole life, you couldn't ask me, like, all high school, would I see myself at a PWI? Hell no.
And PWI is predominantly white institution.
Yes, and I never in a million years, I can't wait to get away from these white people. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's my problem. And look at me. And I'm doing it, but, like, I'm definitely noticing, like, what they was talking about, the difference between going to HBCU, being around, like, your peers, and the pressure of being, like, a black student at a Big Ten school. I definitely feel the pressure, and I feel what everybody was talking about, just that the little microaggressions that be being thrown around. But you know, we're black living in America, so like, what can you do?
And even with that, you in a male-dominated profession.
Yes, that is definitely a fact. Female, it's not a lot of females in my classes. Honestly, I take a lot of, but I do take a lot of women gender studies classes. Like, right now, one of my most interesting classes is my Black Women in Contemporary Worlds class. Just learning about who Black women are, where we came from, how we associate. It's actually a Black Women in Desparia class, so it's focusing on connecting Black women in America to Black women in Africa, and how we have, like, the same relations, and how we just come from the same, you get where I'm talking about. We come from the same, even though we experience different things. So that's really been bringing things together. And I've definitely, with the corona in the U of I, I've definitely noticed how the U of I, how they tiptoe around different things with
like
people
what?
of color. Just with people of color at that. I had a...
Like after all the protests, or like you're saying just in general?
Just in general, I would say. I had a problem with last semester. I had a couple classes that just wasn't for me, just because they just didn't know how to... not blaming the U of I, because this is with all schooling right now. Just it's hard making your coursework into putting it on the screen, rather than you was doing this way. You was teaching in person for like 20 years. Then you finna tell, you got this lady, you telling her, put this on a computer.
She doesn't even know how to work on a computer.
Don't even know how to work a computer. And then they telling you, well, if you got internet connections, that's not my problem. Well, what do you mean? Whose problem is it? It's kind of like, okay, they're not thinking about people who, like, living in poverty. They ain't got no internet connection. They're not thinking about people who don't even have laptops. They was writing, they was in school taking hand notes. They're not putting all this in factor. Like, and it's definitely, I've been breaking it down for sure.
So you were like one of the first people that I've seen like get accepted into so many colleges and get all these scholarships. And I've seen like articles like this 16-year-old gets accepted into this many schools and this much scholarship. So how many schools did you get accepted into?
I tend to forget. Like 50.
Subtle flex.
Like 50 something, 51, 52, maybe something around them. But I did choose the U of I, my hometown.
Why you choose the U of I?
I chose the whole. I was really big on activism back then. I am still big on activism. But I really wanted to focus on how the U of I wasn't connected to, like, the city. And it's since I've been in the U of I definitely see it 10 times more than I saw in high school. And I did see it in high school. It was like, we're in a whole different utopia. That's why I call it a utopia. People
in the U of I.
People tell me, you don't feel like you at, when it was not the corona, and I was going to the U of I did not feel like I was in Champaign at all. I was going to class every day. I was literally living on Green Street, like right on the heart of campus, and I did not feel like I was at home. I felt like I was hundreds of miles away. Like what everybody was telling me, you're like in a whole different utopia, and it's like, okay, that's a good thing, but is it really a good thing? And the city is like desperately in need of help. It's like, okay, we're protecting our utopia of college students, but it's like we have this whole world out there that the college students don't even know about. I talk to a lot of my friends.
That's not from the city.
Yeah, they don't know nothing. They'll get with me. We'll be having hella fun because they just don't know nothing. They don't leave Green. They don't leave that little campus thing. And like, don't get it wrong. Campus be busting. Campus be busting for sure. But like, it's like we're missing a huge part of the whole city because what is Champaign? When we think of Champaign, we think of the U of I. That's what people relate it to. But what about the part of Champaign that's desperately needing help? That's has shootings every week. And people are just desperately calling out for help, and we're just not helping them, and we're living perfect. It's kind of like we're definitely making those connections.
So you got accepted into 52 colleges.
Yes.
And how much scholarships did you get?
I got 5 full-ride scholarships, and I want to say I got like 500,000 in scholarships. But mind you, I didn't get to take a lot of that money because when I was declining, I declined that money too. So it was like, half that bread, most of that bread, I didn't even get to touch. I only accepted the bread that U of I gave me, right? But they don't get me wrong, they got me stitchy for sure. I don't pay. I'm on a full ride scholarship. I don't pay for anything. They actually pay for my housing. They pay for if I move meal cards. They pay for everything. Like I got a fantastic deal, especially the rates they be charging. For sure. But it was a lot, but I didn't get to touch a lot of that money.
How hard was that though? Because I know you graduated a year early, right?
Yes.
So I know you went through a rigorous process, like trying to graduate early, and then trying to take the AP classes and college classes all while you young, and then all at the same time. So how was that process for you?
Honestly, I call myself Superwoman back then because looking back at it, I was Superwoman because what the hell am I doing? Like, I was doing hella. Look,
let me tell y'all something. I took like 2 AP classes in one semester, and I was stressed out. How many did you take?
I think I had how many classes could we even take a semester back then?
6 or 7 or something.
I only had one class that wasn't an AP.
Couldn't do it.
I dropped out of Avid just to take an AP class, just so I could graduate early. Like, I was so like invested into my career, and I've been really missing that. I've been like thinking about
missing the drive, or
missing the drive, for sure. With the corona, it's almost like what I was saying, like we've just all been sucked into this dark hole that we lose we lose the tunnel, we lose like where we're going, like why we're doing this. For the last semester, why I was struggling so hard was because it was like I didn't know where I was going. I was doing this work, but where am I going with it? It's like I lost sense of all internships. I was literally just in a room. Like, where's outside? It's kind of like that. Like, what am I finna be doing? I wasn't thinking about what am I finna be doing in 6 months, in a year from now, in 2 years from now. If I don't succeed in this class, how is that gonna affect me? It was like I was in like a whole different, I don't know what I had going on. And that's what the corona has did to me personally. And that's why I'm just trying to get more back into that. Okay, I can do this. I can wake up at 6 a.m. and have a real busy day. Because back then, I'll get up, my freshman year, I had 2 jobs as a full-time college student. Now, I don't even have a job, and don't even look my way with that because, like, I got too much schoolwork. I don't want to be bothered. But also, I just feel like I've been focusing on my, like, mental health type stuff. It's kind of like, okay, I'm doing all this for the society, but like, what am I doing for me? What am I doing to make myself better? And I was talking to, Miss Hines. I had a conversation with her last week. We were just talking about how just discover how helping yourself is almost it's in a sense of helping the community because you're gonna come back even stronger.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna come back. Like me focusing on my degree right now is gonna help. Ultimately going to help me succeed with helping the community, with helping this and that. Because I was just like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything, Hines. Because you know, I was an activist. I was protesting. I was doing literally everything. If it was something, I was there. I was talking about it, and people was asking me to do interviews, do all that, and it's almost like all that was just
taken away.
Yeah, with the corona, it's like everybody's just in the house, and it's like, what do we do now? How can I help with it still being the corona? What can I do to make sure that my existence is just not going to waste right now? Type stuff.
So you say you missed that drive. What you think gave you that drive?
I would say honestly.
Was it like the goal to graduate early, or was it something else like for the
I would
family,
say, it was definitely the goal to graduate. But now it's kind of like, I have a different drive. Yeah. It's kind of like I'm not more focused on the community. I'm more focused on me.
Yeah.
It's more about how am I finna get my degree? Because that's been my big thing lately. Because doing it for me, I'm not doing it for my mom. I'm not doing it for my granny. I'm not doing it for nobody but me, because at the end of the day, I'm the one that's going to get that paycheck. I'm the one that's going to suffer if I don't get this degree. I'm the one that's going to be stuck here if I don't get this degree. So how about we just refocus everything right now, because this is not about anybody else but me. And I think that's where people be real messed up on, because people have a tendency of calling yourself selfish. I don't want to be selfish.
You gotta be selfish.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be selfish. You have to take the time out and say, no, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to take the time and just do it for me. And that's what I've been real big on.
Right.
Just doing it for me, not nobody else, not work. That's why I quit my job. Honestly, how crazy it seemed, I quit my job for me. For my mental health. I quit my job for my mental health, just to focus on just my school, not trying to worry about juggling school, work, going to work at 10 a.m. when I got class. I just got out of class at 9:50. Like, it's just too much. Just saying, okay, Diamond, give yourself this break. And I think that's really big, and that's what everybody needs to do, especially just to get yourself to the next level. Just worry about yourself. Sometimes it's all about that self-improvement.
Yeah, facts. So, with your mental health, how do you feel like you improve it? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
mental health. Personally, that has been the question of my life. How do I improve my mental health? I've been trying things consistently. I'll say my biggest one is I've been trying to clean my environment. I'm a really messy person, and I do hair and makeup. So it's like I consistently have to clean up, because I do my hair every day. I do my makeup every day. So everything is always just bungled up. And it's like, okay, if I want a happy life, I gotta clean up. I need a happy environment. So that's been one of my main goals.
So just a happy environment is...
just being like, okay, everything is in order. When everything looks in order, I can pretend like it's in order. But if it doesn't look in order, it's kind of like I can't really play this. I can't wing this type stuff. And then another stress management skill I've been doing was, I'll say, it's just cutting back from everything, just disconnecting from all social media, everything, turning my phone off. Half of my family don't even have my number no more.
Did you just block them, or you got a new number?
I did everything. I blocked them first, and then I got a new number. And that's honestly been it's been challenging. That's one of another thing that's been real challenging for me. My disconnect from my family, but it's also been uplifting. I'm seeing a new whole, you know what I'm saying, type stuff. But and other than that, just being healthy. I've been worried about my health a lot, because I eat real bad. I also cook a lot.
So, I've been seeing you on the snap.
You
be looking good.
But when you eat that every day, it gets to you. I swear to God, I may not look like it, but I'm dying inside. All that chicken, all that grease, it's terrible for you. And the doctors are definitely letting me know they're not cutting me no slack. So I've been real big on smoothies lately, because I hate fruit, to be honest. I eat some fruit, but I'm not hey, I want fruit type person. So smoothies has been my number one, because who doesn't like a good drink? put some alcohol in there. But I've been really big on smoothies, and I'm really trying to exercise.
Yeah.
I haven't did it yet.
So you ain't trying, you just thinking about it.
Okay, I've been thinking about exercising, but I lost my iCard.
You
so
got
I gotta
YouTube,
find that.
I
could, but I gotta get professional. It's all about the look. I gotta go buy me some shoes. That's why I'm gonna put more energy if I spend money on it. Go get me some workout shoes, get me a little outfit, go to the gym. I may not do much, but that's another thing. Just being healthy. I've heard like when you eat, when you are healthy, you feel healthy. I didn't believe that, but like I detoxed when I was on one of my trips. I went to Florida. They just had terrible food in my opinion, but I was detoxing down there, and like I came back, I was feeling good. I was like, okay, I see what y'all talking about. Like I see. So that's big. But my big thing is consistency. I'm really bad. Like I'm all about like pointing out my flaws. I'm really bad at consistency.
Yeah.
That's one of my main things, is doing everything every
Discipline
day.
Is everything.
Yeah, discipline has been the word of my coronavirus, because you cannot go to school online if you do not have discipline. And that's one thing that I've definitely been working on, especially as an adult, because there's nobody there telling you, okay, don't do this, you gotta do this. And that's been a real big change. And
So your challenge for this week, you gonna go work out? I'm gonna hit you up and make sure that you want to work out this week.
This month.
Alright, this month. We're gonna see.
This month.
But so you said you've been working on yourself and stuff. So do you feel like when you were trying to graduate early, you wasn't doing that for yourself?
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was running myself out like a dog. I remember going around Centennial. I was bawling my eyes out just because I was just under so much stress.
Yeah.
Like I would cry over honestly looking back, I was literally crazy as hell. But it was just, I was under so much pressure. It was like, you gotta do good on your SATs. You gotta get good on this grade.
What was your score on your SAT? Just so you know, another flex.
I had a 1380, top 10% in the nation. No flex though. But it was top 10% in the nation. But I studied hard. I didn't study that hard, but I studied. I studied for that test, and that was, honestly, I got that on the first try. Yeah. So I didn't take
it. Did you take it twice? No.
Nope.
Yeah, I wouldn't have.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, literally, they tried to make me take it twice. What?
Yeah, nah.
What? Send me to Harvard at this point. Yeah. I'm not taking this again. But it was just always, I was always under some type of pressure. It was always like somebody always I feel like that right now, honestly, too. Somebody always wanted me to do something.
Yeah.
It was like somebody wanted me to, and back then I wrote a lot. I was doing poetry. I was speaking. So it was like somebody always wanted me to speak somewhere. Somebody always wanted me to talk for them, and it was almost like it's like you became like an advocate for the community and for like the Black community. But that has a lot of pressure. Yeah, it had how am I supposed to speak for all these people? Yeah. What? It's like everybody's watching me. What if I just slip up and say something on accident, say that I don't even truly mean, just because I got 1,000 eyes watching me? Or it would be before I'll go on stage or something, my stomach, honestly, I have stage fright or something, but my stomach could be upset. That Black Writers reading I had to do. Yeah. Honestly, backstory on that, Hines, she forced me to do that.
You didn't want to do it?
No, she gave me that little paper y'all was handing out the day of. I'm like, I didn't even write a poem. Yeah. And I wrote, it was White Man, that poem I did. I wrote that the night of, because she signed me up and she told me, I'm not taking you off. Yeah. Okay, but it was kind of like, I always just had that pressure. Yeah. That, somebody was always just giving me that little push.
You feel like that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I feel like it was a blessing in disguise, because it got me where I was. Yeah. It made me the person who I was. But the whole time I was it was like I was dying and nobody knew. Yeah. I had a lot of stuff going on. Not stuff with school, but like stuff with home. It would just be, and then it just starts to add up. It's okay, you want me to do this calculus test, but shit, I ain't slept all night. It's like it's always something. Like, and people just tend not to correlate those things. So it's like you're always just a student first.
Yeah.
And that was my main thing. I'm diamond first. I'm a person. I have feelings. I have, like, I need to eat, sleep, breathe. Like, I just need to focus on me sometimes. And that whole time, it was just like, it was school, do this, do that. Just making everybody else happy.
Yeah.
And now it's time, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what makes me happy.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, you got 2 career paths that you're going down. You said political, what else?
Political science. My 2 majors I'm deciding from is political science and communication.
Yes, ma'am. And what you trying to do with that?
Political, I really just want to be a political commentator right after with my bachelor's degree right out of college. But with that, but ultimately I want to go to law school. But I can go to law school with any degree. Yeah. But being a political commentator, I can have a poli-sci degree or I can have a communications degree. So it kind of varies, like, what you want to do. But like, I don't want to be a politician. So it's kind of like people be asking me, oh, you study poli-sci, you want to be the next president.
Yeah. I thought that's what you were trying to do too, man.
No, I don't want none of that. Yeah. I don't want to be an elected official. Yeah. None of that. No. Like, it's a scary world out there.
But what got you into politics, though?
I would say politics would be activism. Yeah. The activism, just saying, okay, I found what I didn't like. Now I have to put a voice behind it, and that's where I became like politics. That's all what politics are, is making policies, changing policies. But then it become. I honestly found the difference between the real big difference between law and politics. My freshman year, I was taking, it was a law class. I did pull some strings to get in there because I really wasn't supposed to be in there as a freshman. Shouldn't have did that. You should always just don't pull no strings your first year. Yeah. Just do what they got planned for you. But it was the hardest class ever. Professor, he graduated from like Harvard. He was hard, but he definitely implanted into my mind that politics and law is 2 different things. It's like politics is where your heart is, but law is like it's written in stone. It's just there. Yeah,
so politics can be changed. Law really can't.
Yeah, it can't. It can't at all. I was talking to somebody. They was like, they was talking about banning Nazis. Yeah. I'm all for banning Nazis. I'm all for banning every hate group. Yeah. But you can't. Yeah. Because once you put one person's civil liberties in jeopardy, everybody else's civil liberties go into jeopardy. So we ban these Nazis who say they can't ban the Black Lives Matter organization, who says they can't ban Me Too. Yeah. Like, when we get into that stuff, we're messing with people's civil liberties, and that's nothing to mess with. Yeah. It's kind of like that's where we picking your poison type stuff. Like, that's law. Yeah. Rather than politics. Okay, well, why can't we ban without banning? But it's kind of like law is law. Like, we all have the same. You have the same rights as me. I have the same rights as a white man. Yeah. But like, how are they being like distributed? How are they being? How are one person's rights being used to an advantage to another person's? So that's where it gets really tricky. But I'm really personally, I love the law side because it's set in stone. It's like I can't get my heart into it. It's just there. Yeah. I'm not gonna argue with you about it because it is what it is. And that's where they say you'll make a great lawyer, because I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna argue with you because it's there. So I would say that's my big thing. That's why I want to go to law. So
a high school student watching right now, or a freshman in college, what advice would you give them?
I would say don't give up.
Okay.
Just don't give up. That's what, honestly, my advice I give to everybody. Do not give up, no matter what. Like, you anything can happen to you as long as you don't give up. You can lose your house, just don't give up. You can lose your car, just don't give up. You can lose your parents, just don't give up. Like, anything can happen to you as long as you have your eyes on the prize It's all about the vision. If once you lose the vision, everything else goes behind it. Once you lose where you want to go in life, everything else goes behind it. It's all about staying focused, having that persistence, honestly, I would suggest, Ryan, I just did this myself, and I'm finna be 20, having a goal sheet, having a journey board, just writing your goals out, saying this is what I want to do, but how am I gonna get there?
Yeah.
Like what goals am I taking not next week, but today, this week? Yeah. What goals do I have? Like, what's that called?
What?
Short-term goals. Having short-term goals, long-term goals. Like having it all set out. What am I gonna do this month to make myself a better person?
Yeah, that's important because I feel like a lot of people got dreams. They don't got goals.
They just have
That's
dreams.
A big difference. Like goals is like, okay, you can take actionable steps and you can see your process. You feel me? Dreams is like, oh, I want to be a millionaire. But
how are you finna be a millionaire? Like that's what I be asking people. But if you got a goal,
like okay, I'm gonna be a millionaire. But what I need to do is I need to make however much I need to make a day, and then I need to grow from there. You know what I mean? So that's a goal. That's good that you pointed it out.
Yeah, people just don't have that plan. It's always about having a plan. Okay, I want to do this. Yeah, I want to be successful in life, but how am I going to be successful? Yeah. Like, what am I doing to do that? And it's all about that plan. And I'm really realizing that because last semester I didn't have a plan. And that's where my whole life just got jumbled up. Yeah, but I got it together real quick. And not where people's downfall be. Yeah. It's like they just let their life go in a jumble for a long time.
And give up.
Yeah, it's like you're digging yourself into a bigger hole than you already have when you could have just not gave up. The first time, what I always say, especially with college you're going to take hella L's. But you can't like give up. You just can't give up because what they say, you got the next L due at 11:59. It's like it's always something new to do. Like you miss an assignment, you got another one due. Like come on, like you can't just cry. We're not finna sit here and cry about it because like life goes on and like it's always a tomorrow. That's my big thing. It's always a tomorrow. No matter if it's raining, sunny, tornado outside, it's a tomorrow. It's gonna be sunny one of these days, and you gotta be up and living for it to see it. Like it's all about like how you wake up in the morning type stuff. Like you can be having a terrible life, but it's all about how you wake up.
And even if you got a plan, things might not go by your plan. You feel me? You just gotta adjust. You know.
Literally. I always tell people it's the cards you're dealt with. Like people, you're handed a deck of cards. You don't pick. Like you just literally gotta deal with what you have, and that's where. And that's where people be messing up at because they looking at other people's decks. They like, okay, but he did that, and why can't I do that way? Well, because you don't have that. Because that's not how God plans your life. And that's another thing I've been finding out is I have my own journey. You have your own journey. We all have our own journeys. No matter where we came from, we all going to different places. And we just gotta play our cards right before we lose. Type stuff like.
Yeah, and even if we go into the same place, like it might take us different. You know, we taking different routes.
Different times.
Like say, I see success like a journey, like a road trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, say we going to Atlanta, right? But you already like, let's go to Atlanta. You already in Alabama, but I'm all the way in Minnesota or something.
And you on a bike.
Yeah.
You on a bike.
We going the same place, but it's going to take us completely different routes, a completely different time and all that, just because, you know, we different.
Literally, and that's what people just don't get. Like, you can't focus on what everybody else has going on. Sometimes it's all about you. Finding, like, what's best for your life. What's good for you is not what's good for me. So I've definitely been finding out who Diamond is. Everybody should find out who they are.
And who is Diamond?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah. Who am I?
I didn't even put you on the spot like that.
Who am I?
Because I don't know who Rick is, so
Okay, so I guess we'll leave it at that. We'll come. I'll answer that question in maybe 5 years.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'll get you a good answer. Maybe I'm Diamond the lawyer.
Speaking about 5 years, what you see yourself doing in 5 years?
5 years, hopefully, I got 2 years left of my bachelor's, then I have 3 years of law school. So hopefully
3 years.
No, 3. So 5 years left, and I already been to school too. So that's 7. So in 5 years, hopefully, I will be graduating from law school, starting my new life, and hopefully, I'm already in a whole nother different. Not hopefully, I'm going to be. We're manifesting. We're speaking it into existence. Okay, I'm going to be in a whole nother different city, in studying law, and hopefully, in 5 years, I will be about to graduate. Cause it's April. Yeah, so in 5 years, I will be almost finna walk that stage. So and hopefully I also in 5 years I definitely wanna. This may be a push. I won't say that, but I wanna like be living comfortably, like with a house, with a nice car, like just with all the cool amenities that I get from my bachelor's degree, but also still working on like leveling myself up to get to that perfect lawyer, judge that I admire to be.
You see yourself as a judge?
Honestly, yeah, that's like the end, like probably 50 years old. Judges be old. Like it takes a lot of work to be a judge. But that's definitely like I would say the end goal. I would say, but I don't know what type of law in particular that I want to study. And that's real. I'm divided between criminal law and constitutional law. So
what's the difference between the two?
Criminal law, just working like criminal torts, just people who are getting convicted, rather than constitutional law would be more like the Supreme Court, looking at the Bill of Rights, like how it takes like a lot of steps to get up to the Supreme Court, just saying how this affected my civil liberty. So basically, all constitutional law is civil liberties, like what I have the actual right to do. Like, that's like 14th Amendment, 15th Amendment, like stuff like that.
Okay.
So.
Do you see yourself as a prosecutor or a defendant?
I would never be a prosecutor. I would never be a prosecutor. Never. Because I would say you never know who you're prosecuting. You gotta prosecute whoever they bring you. And it's like,
you're putting somebody in who innocent the whole time, but it's your job to put them in jail.
It's like, it's your job. Like, that's definitely why I don't want to be a prosecutor, district attorney, none of that. Like, that is it's a crazy game to play with because it's the law. You gotta do it. It's not politics. You gotta do it. And that's that's the first time I've been asked that. How do I want to be a prosecutor? Hell no. Never.
And so when you was getting accepted into all these colleges and getting all these scholarships, was you getting hate?
Yes.
From who? Like your family, just friends?
I'm dead. Everybody was hating on me. For sure, everybody. I would say my family was somewhat supportive. Like, my family be real weird with it. They weird, but they had some fake love going for me. But the real hate just came from, like, my peers or whatever. Like, it's like, damn, sis, you mad. Damn, sis, you big man.
Like,
for
jealous.
what? It was like, but I've been sitting here kicking it with you this whole 12 years.
And working.
Like, we've been doing the same thing. We've been in the same class. We've been given the same resources. We've been doing literally same school system. You can't nobody ever say I had an advantage over anybody because I came from the dirtiest of the dirt. Like, I didn't have none of that shit.
So you just work.
Yeah, it's all about working. And, people definitely used to hate on me.
How you deal with that? You just brush it off?
People definitely used to hate on me. Honestly, I couldn't say anything. I'll go in the hall. I remember the day I announced I was going to U of I, 2 girls, I was walking behind them. They didn't even know. Talking about she accepted to the U of I, just talking complete shit. Like, I'm like, but what college y'all going to? Nowhere. No, don't be going nowhere. Don't have nothing. Like, it just don't have that hater mentality. Because you never know. You never know it. I could be. They could come to me one day needing my help. But I went to the U of I, and people always like a lot of hate came from me staying home. Everybody was calling me dumb.
Yeah.
I'm dumb because I stayed home to go to school. Like what? Yeah, like, and it was almost like y'all going across the country to go to school. But my first year, I had my own apartment. I had my own car. I had literally all this paid for, no job. Literally, I was stitchy, completely stitchy, and y'all like no. That was really my biggest thing. Me living comfortably as an adult in my own city, not having to depend on nobody. I got my own apartment. I got my own everything. I'm a grown woman going to school. Yeah. I'm not living in dorms I got claustrophobia. Like, I just can't do it. I don't even like being around people like that. Like, so that was a real big thing to me, getting my own apartment. And that's why I stay at home. Okay, I got my own apartment. But people be like, okay, but you got your own apartment in Champaign. Okay, but I'm not going to be in Champaign. It's like I'm already making, like, steps to when I graduate, where I'm going to be moving to. Yeah. Because how people be like, okay, Champaign is a curse. You're stuck here forever. Yeah.
That's you.
That's you. That's you. Honestly, because it's not hard at all. Yeah. I've definitely noticed it's not hard at all. Especially once you just gotta get your ducks in order. Yeah. Once your ducks in order, we can all get to moving. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just all about if you know how to do it, you know how to do it right. And one thing that Aikman always pointed out to me was trusting the process. Yeah. And I've been trusting the process, and it has got me this far. And I'll say people always say, do you regret it? I don't regret it. The U of I, me making that choice has advantaged me, as I would say, mostly as a woman. Yeah. Just because I got to be able to do everything on my own. I don't even talk to any of my parents. Yeah. So it was just, I'm out here on my own. I don't gotta depend on nobody, and I got the U of I right behind me. And I'm still in my hometown. It's like I know everywhere. I'm not in this some town where I don't know nobody. I have no support from nobody. Yeah. And that's another thing. Support. You always need support. Support is number one. You can't do anything. I always try to do stuff without having nobody behind me, and it never worked out. You always just need somebody in your ear. Because, like, I was trying to keep myself up for the longest time, but it was almost like when I just had somebody telling me, I'm proud of you. You can do this. Yeah. It gave me that extra oomph. Yeah. It's like I can tell myself this all day, but just hearing, that's like human nature. Just hearing it from somebody else, it gives you that extra push. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. One thing, I never understood why people hate, like, on people who like doing big things from their own city, because that means you can do it too. Like,
we should be bowing together.
For real, like that should be motivation. Like, why is you looking at your own friend who came from the same exact city as you, the same school and all, and you hating on them because they doing something big? That means you can do it too. Change your mindset, bro.
Literally, and that was my big thing about going to the U of I, saying, okay, I'm here because literally, like, you can probably vouch on this. It's not that many people in Champaign that go to the U of I. Yeah. It's like I was in my hometown, not even going to school with nobody that I knew. I knew 2 people who went to the U of I from my whole high school, or like all of the surrounding high schools, I should say. Like, it was the ratio is ridiculous, and it needs to be, like, something needs to be done by now. Cause, like, why aren't you going to your home school? Yeah. Like, it's right here, right next door, like down the street, like Big Ten right there, like real good university right there, and that was what people tend to forget because they're in
because we raised here, so it's like it's just
but the U of I. Oh, the U of I. When I think I was deciding between Howard, the U of I, and Clark. The biggest thing was what college held more weight.
Yeah, U of I.
The U of I, unfortunately, but honestly, we can look at the historics behind it because it's the PWI. Yeah. But it held more weight, and y'all declining this college that holds all this weight. Yeah. Because you say you don't want to go to school at home, but you still at home not doing nothing. Like, what was your point? Yeah. Like, you could be going to school for free. Like me, I go to school for free. You can't even complain about U of I has a wonderful alumni commitment program. You can apply now. You can literally like.
How do they apply?
My alumni. I haven't applied in years, but literally, it's with FAFSA, with all that. Like, I think if you make like your family makes less than 60,000, you will get damn near get a full ride. Like the U of I, they're definitely getting people stitchy right now. Yeah. So take advantage of it. Like, why can't we take these white people money?
Yeah.
Like, they've been taking things from us all this time. Like, I just dipped into their fund. Like, like. We definitely have to. Our problem is we don't use the resources that we are given.
Yeah.
Like, whole big university, and you're just not going to it.
Yeah.
Like, why? For free? Yeah. It's like, why? So that's definitely.
So you say you're not going to law school. Do you have any idea where you're gonna go, or you just?
Honestly, I've been thinking about that too. I think I want to go because my dream school for my bachelor's honestly was Howard.
Yeah.
Like, I love Washington. I've been there multiple times. I fell in love the first time I walked in there.
Yeah.
But it was just like wasn't where my journey was at that point. So hopefully I'm gonna start looking into it. Going to law school there. Or in Atlanta,
okay.
Spelman. Spelman has a wonderful law program. Because I definitely want to get like back into the HBCU vibes. They honestly say going to HBCU is better when getting your master's in higher education than doing your bachelor's.
Okay.
Than doing your bachelor's in HBCU.
Wow.
So you said why?
Yeah, why?
Because they just offer more resources.
Okay.
Like,
the bad thing about HBCUs is they be broke.
Yeah, they be broke. That's the only thing.
That's
they
the
be
only
broke.
Bad thing.
They be broke. Literally. That's just it. Like, black people be stingy. And the white people, they will throw money at you. Like, I swear. Literally.
U of I alum get back all
I'm not
the
even
time.
lying. I had like a whole stimulus sitting in my account from the U of I. Didn't even know what was coming.
Yeah.
Like, they just popped it up with it. Okay, thank you.
I heard they're feeding y'all well.
Okay, period, y'all. Look, you get on Twitter, everybody talking about the U of I there. Like, we're not talking no bad stuff. But they definitely, it's hella resourceful, especially not only for financial reasons, but for academic reasons. Because before the corona, I don't know if I still have the opportunity, but I had the opportunity to go to the U of I in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So that was a real big program. And honestly, the program was like double the cost to go to the U of I.
So it wouldn't cover it, or it's still good? It would
cover it. I had to apply for like outside scholarships, but the U of I have so many inside scholarships within them that it covers most of that. Like, if you wanted to study abroad, like, just all those, like, fun resources, going across the country, doing paid internships, through the U of I. Like, it's all about the resources. And, like, we'll have people be coming to the U of I to speak. Like, it would be, when I was in school freshman year, I saw so many, like, I saw Angela Rye. I don't know if you know her, but she's a political commentator on CNN. Yeah. I look up to her, and I feel like she was Beyonce to me at that moment. Like, it was just like, it's so resourceful. And I would definitely say that's a big difference that they have with HBCUs, just because they just be acting stingy. Yeah. And we never like stingy stuff. But I definitely want to get like the HBC. I definitely don't want to miss like you got to get your HBCU experience. I'm going to get my HBCU experience. So don't even say that. But hopefully we're just pushing for higher education. Yeah. So we're trusting the process. So hopefully I'm looking at Howard for law school. Yeah, so we would definitely see.
Yeah. So you was talking about how you don't talk with your parents that much. How's your relationship with your parents affected you?
I would say my relationship with my parents has really affected me, just because out of high school I never really had a good relationship with my parents. Yeah. But like out of high school, it's just like it was completely, the relationship was just cut off completely. So it was like, okay, now I'm left in this world by myself. What am I finna do? It's like I had to figure out. At that point, I think when I stopped talking to them, it was the craziest time ever because I had just got in a car accident. I had lost my car. My lease was up, so I didn't have nowhere to stay.
That was freshman year high school? Freshman year college?
Yep, that was in the freshman year. In the freshman year. And I had my lease was finna get up, so I didn't have nowhere to stay. It was just everything, and I had to get things together. Real fast. But I would say just becoming a woman has been my main, financially, mentally, like getting up every day. Like I say, getting up every day, not saying I'm doing it for you. That was my big thing. Like, okay, your parents are always in your ear telling you to do this, but what happens when they not no more? Like, what happened when it's just gone? You're just in your own head. What happened when you ain't got nobody telling you, okay, I'm proud of you. Okay, how you doing today? Just calling you, checking up on you. I be missing people just texting my phone, calling my phone, seeing just how I'm doing. It's just all about, like, how you deal with that. Like, and that was my main thing while I was talking about, like, mental health. Like, just growing into, I would say, independent woman. Like, not having realizing that when something go wrong, you ain't got nobody to call. When your tire go, I had to change my tire the other day. Like, you ain't got nobody to call. You figure out how to put a donut on though. But it was just like, we ain't got no money. That's real big out here. When you ain't got no money, you ain't got nobody to call. It's like, but you gotta eat. It's the real world out here, and that's definitely what I've been noticing and partaking in. And I would say when it first happened, when the disconnect first happened, it was so hard. It's like my mental went down, so it was just so draining. It was almost like I just didn't have nobody. I was just in my own head. And
what helped you bounce back from that, or is you still
school?
Okay.
For sure. School for sure. Just saying, because it was like I was in that mental space, so my academics reflected it. And it's like, okay, I'm not doing so good in these classes. Okay.
So you feel like school gave you a purpose, so that like changed your...
it gave me my why. Kind of. Because like it was almost like, okay, I can. At one point I was just completely depressed. I was in the bed, I was sleeping, I wasn't even eating a lot. Like I was just 100% depressed, didn't want to do anything. But it's like, okay, I can sit here, and I have real bad anxiety too, so you depressed with anxiety, like that shit's crazy. But what had happened was just laying in the bed, like, okay, I want to do my work, but I can't. Because I don't know where to start. I have so much going on in my head right now. I just want to sleep to get rid of my whole reality type stuff. So it was just saying, but like my work started to reflect it. I'm starting to see it on papers. I'm starting to see me failing. I'm starting to see like...
And you weren't used to failing. You used to the A's.
I'm just seeing like my whole life go all the way down. And watching that, it was like making me more like depressed, making me more sick. And it's like, okay, I'm going to be sick forever if I keep doing this. I'm going to be depressed forever. I'm never going to get better. I kept looking at myself in like a hole that kept getting deeper and deeper. The days, it would be like, because, I didn't have a job. I didn't even know what freaking day it was. Like, I was just laying in bed for weeks at a time. It was like, the longer I lay here, the longer the semester is going to take up. Like, the more I'm getting behind, the more, like, I'm not working towards my gotta graduate in 4 years. The more I'm getting behind. And it's like, okay, if I stay here in this bed, I'm gonna be in this bed for the rest of my life. And my real big one, I had a full-time job then. What really got me, I quit my full-time job, and I said, F that, I'm just gonna work on my schoolwork. Because it was like, at that point, I was more focused on money. because how I said I lost my car, I lost my house, I had to get all that back situated. It was more like I was more focused on money than my career.
Yeah.
I was more focused on the bag, getting my hair done, getting my nails done, like just living comfortably, doing everything that I wanted to do. But like it was like, okay, I'm fine right now, but I'm working 40, 50 hours. This is not what I want to do for the rest. I was looking at freaking Walmart. I hated that job so much. Like, it was so, I worked there for literally 3 weeks. Yeah. Like, just to get that one little pay stub. Yeah. Like, it was, I don't see how people can work full time. God bless everybody who do. Mm-hmm. But I don't see, like, it's so detrimental. And I was just focused too much on the money part. Like, making that bread now, now. My money interest right now. But, like, what about later? Yeah. Because that law degree gonna make me bank. Yeah. Like, but I wasn't thinking about that. I'm like, okay, I need money right now. F that degree. Yeah. Like, I gotta go to work. I can miss. Okay. My problem was I can miss a class. Yeah. Which is one class. Mm-hmm. Then I can come in early. Another one. Come into another one. Then another one. Then you missed 2 assignments. Then she had a pop up quiz that class you missed. Oh yeah, you just missed 10 points. Like what? Yeah. Like it's always something, and that's definitely. Ooh, I forgot what we was talking about. I forgot what we was talking about.
I think it was your relationship with your parents.
Oh, yeah.
Bounce back and all that.
Yeah, that. What was I just talking about, though? What was I just talking about, though?
I don't know. We both forgetting. But on to my next question. I wanted to ask you, what's your definition of success?
My definition of success, I've honestly been drawing this out for myself since I picked going to the U of I because it was like people was throwing like, okay, you should do this, you should do that. This is what's gonna make you successful. But how is you gonna tell me what's gonna make me successful? Yeah. Like I feel like everybody's perspective of success is different. Yeah. And that's what people fail to realize. You probably read this, but what is it called? White Castle?
White Castle.
You didn't read that? You didn't read that in English? Okay.
I ain't read no books in high school, honestly.
See, that's your problem.
I just finessed my way out, you know what I mean?
But it was this book, and it was just like her parents was eating out the trash. Yeah. But they was happy. Yeah. That was their definition of success. Like, I feel like if you define how you feel like you're successful. Yeah. If you're happy in life, then hey, who am I to tell you that you're not successful? Yeah. If you're living comfortably, then who am I to tell you that whatever? But my real big what success means for me would be being financially stable. Yeah. For sure. That's my main goal. People always ask me, well, what's your dream job? I don't have a dream job.
Don't nobody dream of working.
Don't nobody dream of working. Don't nobody dream of working. Like, I hate working, honestly. Yeah. Like, working for the white man is not it. Yeah. They don't pay you enough. Yeah. Like, the hours, what they want you to do, no.
So do you feel like once you become a lawyer and once you become, once you go into politics,
well, I like it,
it won't be working? It won't be working to you. It'll just be like
it will be like my career. Yeah. That's what I be trying to tell people. It's like I don't want a job right now because I'm working on my career. It's like jobs are like little things to make you money right now, and jobs don't care about college students. Yeah. They don't care about college students at all. That's the only thing they care about. Like, and personally, I'm one of the employees. I really don't care, and that's how I began fired. Like, you don't care about me, I'm not gonna care about you. Like, I got an assignment to do. I gotta get off to go study. I'm sorry. Like, it was just about putting like yourself first. Like, F this. I be telling people F that job. Yeah. Do what they say, get that degree, because that's the only thing that can save you. That piece of paper, the only thing that I want to say that's not the only thing to save you, because college is not for everybody. Yeah. But that's gonna save me. Yeah. So let's just say that. But that wasn't even the question. The question was, how do I define success? Yeah. But yeah, just being happy, financially stable, happy. Personally, my success story is out of Champaign. So I want a nice car too. Yeah. I want a real nice car. Probably all black. Some real nice house. Yeah. Like just living comfortably, not saying, "Ooh, I saw this thing." It was like how you define success. Yeah. When your bills on auto pay.
Yeah.
When your bills is on auto pay, okay? Because once they take $800, once you can have somebody take $800 out from you every month,
you don't even look.
You don't even care. You don't look. You still buying weeds. Yeah. You stitchy. Like that's definitely the type of life I want to get to, but I'm just not there yet. Honestly, somebody offered me a job, pay $1 a week. I had to decline it.
Yeah.
Hardest thing ever.
Yeah.
They wanted me to work full time though.
Yeah.
I'm not working full time. I tried it and I do bad in school.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Like it's all about telling people no just because I don't want to do it. Yeah, you just gave me this amazing opportunity. I could be balling right now. But okay, that's just for right now.
That's right now. Your future is being detrimental.
Literally, like they wanted me to go to training during my class. Talking about, just ask them. I know I can't just ask them. Yeah. Like, what? Yeah. Like, it's all about, you really just gotta pick. Making your decision-making process. What's finna help me get to where I'm at? And that's just, that probably would've got me my nice car. That probably would've got me my apartment that I wanted. That probably would've got me everything that I wanted right now. But that's just not the mentally. Back in the day, last year, I probably could have did it, worked a full-time job, and went to school. But right now, I can't do it. I'm not in the mental state to do it.
Yeah.
I would have F myself all the way up. And I'm not even trying to get back down that road. And it's all about just knowing yourself.
Yeah. Just
knowing this is where I got to stop you. Draw the line. I'm not doing it just for me. Even though
nah, you all good. But we about to close out soon. But you said something that I want to point out. So you was talking about how you was traveling a lot, and you said how you want to move out. Your town, your local town. How important do you feel like it is to move out of your city?
I feel like it's very important for me.
Yeah.
I can only speak for myself, but it's very important for me because I've been here my whole life, kind of. And, like, it's just not it. Like, people problem is I don't think they leave Champaign a lot. And they just don't know how it is outside of Champaign. But it's so beautiful, y'all. Yeah. It's so beautiful. It's busted out there. Like, being in I'm just a city girl. I love being in the inner city. Yeah. Like, being downtown, just having always somewhere to go, always something to do, always a good place to eat. Yeah. I don't mind getting in a car and driving 20 minutes to Walmart. Yeah. Some people mind that. Yeah. I don't mind it. I like living in a big city. I'm a big city girl. So moving out of Champaign is like on my number one to do if I don't do or die. Like happening soon. Like honestly, my biggest thing was I was finna move. I was finna pull something and I was finna move like last semester with it, cause we online.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I can just sublease me an apartment somewhere. Just thirsty. Thirsty. Just being, I talked myself out of that. Just being thirsty. Yeah. Because I only got 2 years left. Yeah. Like, what's 2 years? I've noticed, what is 2 years? I've been in college 2 years. It doesn't even feel like I graduated 2 years ago. So what's 2 years to have a big move?
Yeah.
But that's really one of my main goals is to get out of this city. Champaign in particular, like Illinois, all that.
Yeah.
I did have an internship in Chicago. I don't want to go to Chicago just because it's too messy out there for me.
Yeah.
Like, I just need to be out of Illinois. And it's really vital. Like, people have, like, what is it called? Small town syndrome or something? Yeah. Y'all need to get out of that. Y'all need to get out of that for sure. Because it's not good. Like, travel, see the world. You will see that it's way more than this.
So many experiences and so many
opportunities. Opportunities. Yeah. Champaign offers opportunities, but to a limit.
Yeah.
Like, not how Atlanta offering opportunities. Now here in Washington D.C. offering opportunities. You find what you like, you go there. You like I like politics. I'm finna go to Washington. You wanna be in the music industry. You go to Hollywood. It's all about where you want to do, what you want to do, and what's your next step to elevate. Because honestly, a lot of elevation can't happen in Champaign. It's like the stepping stone. You can only get so far until you're stopped. It's always something stopping you in this city. I see it. It's always so. It's not a person. It's a policy. If it's not a policy, it's just something. It's always a limitation that they hold upon you, and we just gotta escape it. So, I would definitely say that's number one on my list after graduation. Is getting up out of here.
So man, thank you for coming on the podcast.
No, thank you. I haven't talked to your friend.
It was cool having you on. You can go ahead and shout out your social media. Where people can find you.
Okay, y'all. My Facebook name is Diamond Walker. My Snapchat name is DHerbo56. Okay, I made that in 6th grade. My Instagram name, definitely follow me on Insta, Diamond Doll. It's Diamond_Doll098. And I don't know my Twitter, but yeah. For sure.
Alright, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, you feel me, comment. And y'all have a good day and peace.